join us while we talk about the NBA Finals champions,
Why does she do this every time?
as well as we talk about
It's like, ma'am, y'all can send help anytime now. Y'all can send help. This is ridiculous every time. Well, you know what? I'm Kiara.
I can't even mute myself. And I'm Tanisha.
I'm Kevin.
And you're now entering the sister chat. Welcome to Main Event Mama's Midnight Confessions, as promised.
Yeah, we're getting closer to midnight these days. closer to midnight.
So it's midnight somewhere, and it's also 5 o'clock somewhere else.
Yes. Yes, it is. That's a choice. Anyhow, great show for you guys. We got a lot going on. Oh my God. We promised last week, and then my power went out, and I also had no air conditioning. So trust me, it was in everyone's best interest that we not be on live last week. Who knows what you would have seen. But packed show for us today. We got Love Island Shenanigans, which I know is currently on, and that's a long story. So we're going to get to it. We realized it was on, and we was like, do we go on? Do we watch it? I don't know, but here we are. Game to be with you. And then we're going to talk about the NBA Finals, because somebody up here pulled me into the shenanigans.
Hey, New York was up here. Okay, we were shenanigan.
We were shenaniganing. And then beyond that, obviously, there's a lot of wrestling going on. And I got a particular peeve with wrestling this week that I will express much later. So with that, girl, I gotta tell y'all, I did this. This is my fault. I got everybody into Love Island because I was like, hey, how about we watch it? Because, we just did our recent episode was on summer flings. And I felt like Love Island was a great, example of such things. Well, guess what? We spent hours.
Wait, no, I'm just watching our sister's face, and I already know what's happening behind the scenes, so it's just hilarious.
Yeah, we spent hours on 13 hours on Love Island. I spent more than that because I watched after Sun, but I gotta tell y'all, I got a whole confessional. But before we get into that, anybody dropping some truth serum tonight? Anyone drinking some truth serum?
Yes.
I need to stay awake, so I can't. But how you do?
Yes. I have, it's a concoction of things. It's a little energy drink, some cranberry juice, some Sprite, some Coke, cherry Coke, and then my red wine mixed with tequila. That's what's happening in here.
Oh, wine and tequila. I mean,
it's not as strong as you think it is, I promise you.
Wine and tequila. Water? I know that's right. I'm over here with the water team. Team water. Team water over here.
I thought about getting me some water too, and I was like, dang. I may have to yell out water. Mm-hmm.
It has to be team water, though, because, again, it's been a really long day, and I am tired. If I drink, I'm going to be asleep. And besides, I don't know if y'all want me drunk talking about Love Island, because I have thoughts and feelings about that. And then you don't want to wrap it up that way either. Girl, no. Oof. The things I will say about SmackDown and Raw, because we was distracted again. But I'll tell y'all why when we get there. So we got to get into these confessions, so let's get it. Can we talk about Melanie? Okay. So we're going to give her this. We're going to go into the confession booth, and we're going to tell you what sin she needs to be confessing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. We're going to alleviate her soul. You ready? The sin of absolute suffocation.
Oh, wow.
That's how I feel about Melanie. Because poor Sincere, I felt like he'd been caught up and he can't get away. There's no freedom. There's no safety. There's nowhere to go. He tried to get away. America tried to pull him away. He got pulled right back into the orbit. Because she is so exhausting. I'm exhausted. And I'm a girl. I'm exhausted. Exhausted. She's the reason why some girls don't date other girls. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it felt like. Because listen, I understand she used to be plus size, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't care about that. What I do care about is that you making that man crazy, and therefore making us crazy watching you make him crazy. To the point where Casey had to save you from being even more embarrassing to go interrupt a chat when Sincere clearly can't stop kissing Soul. So, I mean, like, whose fault is it anyway? But anyway, that's how I feel about that. I can't be the only one. What do you think?
Well, well, well. Okay. I'm going to say maybe this is why I have a soft spot for Melody. Maybe she is more similar to me than I thought. But I will say definitely jealousy for sure. After, you know, her little stunts. But they were definitely going tit for tat. She told you, go ahead, explore. And then you go explore, and now she's mad because you actually listened to her. Then it was like, girl. But what I will tell you, the one thing that did piss me off that was kind of like, Melanie, if you don't get your life together, you ain't getting nothing. It was when she, what did she do? Hold on, because she did so many things.
I was
Oh,
going to say, there's one thing.
it was the thing when they were on the bed, okay? When they were on the bed and you had to sit here and try to find your person. And when she found Sincere, felt upon him, found him, but still went to Corbin, then went back to him, then went back to Corbin, and then
She said
had the
one more
nerve to
time.
be like, he goes one more time. I'm sorry, I can't tell. Their kisses are similar. Man,
She been lying.
you lie. So that's what pissed me off. That pissed me off because she did not want to take accountability. Because then she was like, but I was blindfolded. Girl, you knew what you were doing.
You ain't catch that?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know my man that I could find him blindfolded. Okay? All I need is to see a piece of his body to know who he is and where he at. That's the problem. I'm a little cray-cray. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I can tell you that watching her do that and then pretend like she didn't know what she was doing pissed me off. Because I was like, girl, just own it. Just own it. Because now this man's about to go over there and go to Soul. And now you're going to be in your feelings, which she was, crying every 10 seconds. And I was getting my hair braided, and I had one of my best friends sitting here watching it with me. And she goes, girl, you know she about to cry. I said, every episode. She goes, you know she cries every episode. After that, she goes, she's going to cry. Because, and I was just like, girl. Like, but then I realized, I think once he picked Soul, or once Soul, or the couples, because I guess that's when we started voting, and I didn't know when we were voting, and they put them together.
I was behind, so I get to vote. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they put them together,
Soul and Sincere.
I knew Melanie was going to be like, and then Sincere sitting here going, I'm so sad. Are you? Because I think.
Okay, wait. I want to pause right here because this is a moment for Sincere. Because let me tell you, he was lying to everybody and probably himself. Okay, at this point. Mm-hmm. Because why are you lying to everybody but yourself and yourself? Oh, I don't want to partner up with anyone but Melanie. I was really hoping I would. No, you wasn't. You was just like the rest of us. Can you get a break? You need a break. And then you go tell somebody on the side, like, yeah, I don't know, I'm doing the wrong thing and she's always mad at me. And then you see Soul and you giving her the goo goo gaga, I love you, I can't believe I see you, and can I keep you eyes? Like, sir, stop playing. By the way, he ain't the only one. When I saw Soul, I was like, girl, whoa, wow, where'd she come from? Never seen nothing like that. Don't know. So I get it. I got the appeal. Also, when we start doing bed challenges like that, because I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't know about you, but I know when people moving on my bed. Okay. And like you, I could tell my husband's kiss, his hands, his body. Especially when you sleep with somebody for every day, like they doing, like, you know what that is. So don't play with me. Melanie was just enjoying herself, which she said later on in her little confessional, I was just having fun. Well, he can't have fun either. She reminded me of Huda from last season, when Huda and Jeremiah was just in their feelings. Not Jeremiah. Huda was in her feelings. And then she left the island and continued shenanigans galore. So I'm just saying, I'm over Melanie. And if anyone wants to vote her off, we could do it together.
No, don't vote her off. I don't want that
Do
to
it together.
happen. Jeez.
Team vote Melanie off. That's where I am. She need to go
No.
home, get some therapy, work on herself before she on this island driving anybody else. The point of this is an experiment in which you get to experiment with other people on the island and to meet as many connections as possible. I know Kevlin's like, I am traumatized. As many people as possible.
That was very stressful. Was not ready. Was not ready.
It is. We had to eat popcorn. We was going through it. I was like, I can't right now.
At the screen, it was a lot going on.
It broke my heart in a lot of ways, though. I mean, I cried when Bea went home. Almost. Not quite.
That was hard.
I was heartbroken about Sean going home.
I agree.
I'm more heartbroken that Sean went home without trying Anaya.
I could have really seen that work, though.
That was really a choice. That was kind of choice of words.
No, it wasn't. I meant it.
I feel like I really just being honest.
I meant it. I mean, because, like, respectfully, Anaya has standards, and Sean is a grown man, so I don't think he would have been as emotional as KC is currently, right? Like, everybody else getting some on this island, and I'm just sitting in the bed with you while you got a pillow between your legs. Like, sir, go explore someone else then. Go explore someone else.
But then
you know who you need to explore? He needs to explore Jen. That's who he need to explore. Because there's a lot going on. Kenzie, what a good place for him to explore, because there's a lot going on there. You know what I'm saying? They really getting it in. So there's plenty of options available if you want a quick fix.
But then this gives the best. Wait, hold on. Begs to differ. Oh, hold on. Please don't kill me, guys. But why are the two white women so easy?
Stop. All right.
That's not fair. Because let me tell you, if I was in bed with Gabrielle, it might be easy too.
I mean, hold you. I mean, he was definitely, you know. But I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong. I don't know if Mel and Sincere.
Do you think Trinity is not easy? I think Bryce been going to sleep as well.
Because I think Bryce and Trinity, how they're doing it, they're taking their time to actually get to know each other and explore other people.
Can I give you my hot take about that?
Sure.
I don't think he really want to be in that couple. I think he's doing it because where else can he go right now? But I'm telling you, when they get to Casa, things will shift in a big and real way. See, he's stuck right now.
Okay.
He's a little stuck where you're like, okay, I like you, but like, there's nothing else I want out here. I wanted Kayda, and Kayda had the audacity to pretty much laugh in my face.
Basically.
That was fun.
He shouldn't have.
She's like, that's going to be a hard pass. Because you got to remember, she also hung out with both of them. So she knew what she was dealing with there, and then promptly decided to go with Zach. So all that to say, well, I don't think Bryce is really into Trinity. I think Trinity's getting more and more, because, you know, some of us, we need a slow burn. Like, I'm the type of person I need a slow burn. Like, I ain't going to know if I like you until some time pass. Like, I'm going to kick it with you. We going to hang out. Like, as my poor husband. It took a while for me to decide. I wasn't sure. So I need a slow burn to kind of get to that point. But I will say, that's a little slow on this side. Okay, it's a little slow. And I was like, everybody else wanted to talk to Trinity too. Remember, Sean wanted to talk to Trinity, but you over here with Bryce. Girl, listen. Mr. No Lips. He doesn't. I mean, that's okay. I mean, if that's what you like, I like what you like, but I don't. Just saying. Sorry. Not trying to be mean. Sorry. Anyway. All right, the next sin I want to talk about is the sin of the safe hideaway.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
Y'all was not only not safe, you was on front, back, side, and back-to-back street. Like, I don't think we needed as much information as we received there. for the Hideaway. I feel like in previous years we didn't get all that, but I also feel like technically it felt like she bullied him into that, and I was like, I don't really know if I felt comfortable with that, because it did feel like, I don't know if I want to be here.
Wait,
and if you remember his speech, Kayda bullied Zach into like the shenanigans, it felt like, because at first he was like, we not. Remember, he was like, I don't know if I want to do nothing, because if a bombshell come in, I might, want to explore them. And if I do, then you going to feel some kind of way, which in fact proved that fact after they was in the Hideaway, and he had the audacity after they decided to get intimate to ask that dumb question. And she said, no, I will kill you. So as a reminder, like, he got bullied into it. So I hope he really, really enjoyed the Hideaway. Yes. But she's also messy in general.
Why is that women, once we get intimate, there's two stages. You got the ones who be like, guy, be like, yeah, move on. And then you got the other ones who are like, I will kill you now. Now I will kill you. Do not do anything stupid.
I'm not in I kill you land. I don't know. I'm not like that. I'm like, bye. On to the next. See, this is why I can't. This is why I think God made sure I wasn't single. He was like, you're going to be out here in these streets.
I feel like me and Kevin are both of the same, because we'd be like, what? Huh? I'm going to kill you.
Really? You gonna co-sign that, Kevin? Miss Witness Protection? You on mute.
Just nod.
She probably like, she can't talk?
Just nod. Just say,
She said, wait. No. She said she can't be involved in your shenanigans.
No. We know how many shenanigans we have. We have stories, but no, she is similar. I'm not going to tell the stories. Calm down. Relax. I'm good.
Oh my God. I'm going to check the chat. Thank you. Dallas said we all look pretty.
I know. I said thank you. I said hi.
I didn't see it. Sorry.
I said hello. But yeah, no, I'm a little crazy. Yeah,
you a little crazy. I would say you done got the dog already in here. You done walked through the door. He came to see what he felt an alarm and he decided to come in here. Listen, I'm not crazy, but I do think, like, all that to say is that Hideaway is something to behold. And so you saying if you was on this show, you would have been crazy? You might have been Melanie. Maybe that's why you feel such an affinity for Melanie, because you might have been Melanie on the show. You cry all the time. You're territorial. You might have been Melanie on the show.
Very territorial. Very, very territorial. And then, but I realized, yes, if I was on this show, if this show happened many moons ago, like when Real World and all that other stuff, when it was happening then, yeah, it could have went two ways. I could have been Kinsey.
Nah.
Having my pick on my leg. Hold on. But then I would be very territorial against both of them. Like, who are you talking to? Why are you talking to them over there? Yeah, but I'm very, ask my man now. He hates it. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway.
So this is a question I have for you guys. Now that we've watched all these episodes, do you think Zach is kind of coasting? Do you think he's like, he doesn't seem to be exploring anybody. He doesn't seem to be trying to make a fuss. He seems very like, I'm with Kayda. But again, when he tried to push back against Kayda, he really only sided a little, kind of pushed, because he didn't want to get intimate. But then, they voted them into the Hideaway. And Kayda told him what was going to happen in the Hideaway, not the other way around. So do you feel like he's playing it safe and that might hurt his chances in the long run?
I feel like he is. I feel like he's content where he's at. I don't feel like he wanted to necessarily be intimate, but I don't feel like that was much of an option for him in that moment. I felt like it was going down either way. Even in his takes where he was like, I have to show up now and I have to be a man. And he was very uncertain about that in that moment.
Was he doing push-ups? Was I wrong? Is that...
Listen, he was getting ready. Okay.
He's like, we about to be in here. He had to twerk a little bit. He had to get a little his pelvic exercise in. Like, I'm just
but this is where I'm watching him do that, but I'm also going, they make out in the bed too. And if I remember correctly, I remember seeing something of
some hands.
Some hand movements happening underneath the blanket. So I'm not quite sure why he was scared or nervous, because they definitely were doing things already.
They were. I saw the hands moving too. I was like, ooh, okay, for all the shenanigans.
And then on top of that, from the clip of her toes curling, it doesn't seem like you needed to be nervous at all, sir. So I'm not quite sure. Were you just nervous because now you know cameras are going to be everywhere and they were going to capture you? But then for me, that would be exciting. So I'm not quite sure what's happening and why.
All right, as we wrap up our Love Island section, because we got to get to the NBA Finals. We got a lot to talk about. The last thing I want to talk about is Soul. So my concern in watching all of this is that Soul's getting a bad rap. And like everyone really like dumped on her when I think Bea said that it should have been Melanie in that whole challenge where Soul just seemed to keep getting pied. And as I was watching, I was like, why is everyone, and I was looking online too, and I'm like, why is everyone hating on Soul? Because right now, that's her job as a bombshell, is to go in there and try to pull your man. Now, if he can be pulled, that ain't her problem. Now, granted, Melanie pulled him back into her web, but I'm just saying, like, do you think she's getting a bad rap? Or maybe even a bad edit? But I don't think so, because she was very composed. Minus the one crying session.
Well, I'm going to say no. And I'm going to say, hold on. The words I was about to say was not going to be nice. You know.
Why are you like this?
Hold on. I'm not saying, because I understand she had a job, right? And clearly she was very successful. But at the same time, I feel bad because Casey should have went after. See, like everyone's starting to form their little friendships, and now they're feeling bad if they want to go after the other person because that's my boy and he like you,
right.
And he like. And I was like, because you definitely, because I'm going. Casey was the one who said looked like his ex. She just had a pixie cut.
Oh yeah, okay. So there is that. Yes, there's that because Casey did see. That's another thing. He looked like he wanted to explore Soul. So what's up with that? Why he ain't do it?
Well, then Anaya got her feelings of, oh my God, you want to leave me? Go ahead, do it. And I was like, girl. Just because you don't want to explore nobody else. Which is kind of crazy because I feel like you like somebody else too at one point. So I'm like,
she likes Sean, but Sean's gone.
But I'm also going like, I guess to see the shift of friendship, and now we're like, oh my God, I can't do it now. We're friends. I can't touch your person. Can't look at your person. Can't do.
You know who didn't do that? Kenzie. Kenzie was like, I'm going after what I want, and you know what? I ain't hating it.
But I want to know something. But Kenzie also got me pissed because Kenzie sat here and was like, oh my God, how can Melody? Oh my God, and then Corbin wants to. Oh, everybody kiss everybody, and I'm like, but you had no problem when they broke y'all up and y'all kept hiding away and making out.
Oh, they did. And I was like, I think that's because it was forbidden. And so I wonder if they're going to be together now or if it's going to like lose its luster. Because technically the little Southern guy they bought, he was a nice guy, but he was young. And she said that was going to be an issue for her. And I was like, he was 21 years old. And that would have been an issue as well. If I was 22 or 23, I'd have been like, this ain't going to work. But if they had brought a Southern gentleman in who was, I don't know, 25, 26, 27, she might have had a whole different energy. So I'm wondering if that person shows up for Casa. Because I'm trying to tell y'all something. Y'all ain't ready. If you think this was spicy, Casa is crazy work. And I always recommend waiting to the end of Casa to watch it. Because you will lose your mind on an episode-to-episode basis.
I don't think she gave him a fair chance, Caleb. I feel like she was stuck on Corbin, clearly. But that wasn't also not fair to Melanie. Because I feel like that wasn't given a chance either.
She went outside.
Listen, outside. She was mad. They say that, but that's something that I would do. Okay, bye. I'm gonna sleep alone. See you later.
What I
I got
say?
time for you.
What did I say she would be? Melanie. That's what she would be. I would be outside then, and I'd be like, well, you know what I'm going to do? Tell you to move over because we about to snuggle so that I can forget. If I'm going to watch you kiss, I'm going to kiss too. I'm vindictive. Like, I'm petty. I want to go toe to toe. Like, we're going to watch each other make out while we're on here. So,
Stressful.
Anyway, it is. I admit that. All right. Well, we got to catch up on this week's episode, and then we'll come back and talk to you guys about that. Let me check the chat. Hi, Dalton.
Hey, Dalton.
All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is the NBA Finals. So first, let me tell y'all, this is my sister's fault. Okay. I had no desire. I do not watch sports, mostly, except football now, which is also her fault, coincidentally. So here we are. And I want to tell you, my husband was like, apparently you need ESPN now because your sister got you watching sports. But you know what it doesn't cover? World Cup. That's another story. I'm very upset about that.
It's on Peacock.
I didn't know that. Thank you for informing me. All right, so NBA Finals. What do we think? Were we excited?
Well,
I mean, you're a New Yorker, so duh. But like, how did we feel?
I can tell you that we all knew. Well, let's talk about that shot that happened in Game 4. That's when Kiara decided to watch, and we were on the phone, and she was like, "Oh!" And I was like, "I know that shot's crazy," and everybody was going crazy, and then we was like, "Yes!" And then, of course, at that time, we knew. Game 5, we were taking it. It was nothing that no one could say, no one could do, and it was also the weekend of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, so we knew it was going to be lit outside.
Okay.
Which it was, because once they won, let me tell you how real New York is. Now, granted, I ain't going to hold you. I ain't with all the shenanigans of damaging property and stuff. Y'all crazy.
We out here damaging property?
Oh, yeah. They set a bus on fire, smashed some cars.
They set a bus on fire?
A school bus, yeah.
See, this is why I don't live in
Us New Yorkers are a little cray-cray. You know, it lives for the people who, want to come out and cause chaos. And this is why I want to live in do my mass, do my little, anyway, whatever. But, I will say Game 5, it was down to the wire. It was very down to the wire. We were on the edge of our seat.
I agree.
And, it was really great. And, today I was going to give you guys premium content of me being at the parade, but that did not happen. But I do have content because I gathered a lot of intel. Can't post it up here because, I don't have it up here to be able to post it. But, a time was had. Okay? Jalen Brunson had some things to say to the haters. And,
did he? I thought he did. Wait, why were they hating? Can you explain that to me?
So they were hating. So one particular female basketball player, who is also a coach now, which she's an amazing coach, did say something a couple of years ago saying that he's too short and he could never bring a team to a chip, which is a championship, right? And he did. Respectfully. He carried it he's Game 5, he had 45 points while the rest of his team had 43. Now, please explain that to me. Explain that to me. How you had 45.
He was really on fire for the most part. He was very good. I was highly impressed.
But also, I felt like there were so many players on the team that, Jalen would have it, but everybody was versatile that you didn't know who was going to shoot, who was going to try to shoot.
That's true. I thought that too. Yeah.
And to be fair, a couple of years ago, Jalen did hog the ball. And he wasn't passing.
He did. Well, probably because he was so great. Because it definitely looked like we just proved the point with him, getting that many points by himself.
Yes. And I'm not saying that, he's not. But when they first got him on the team, I think it was because he felt like he had to carry it. I mean, and when you feel like you have to carry the team, you're going to do certain things. But also, too, he did hog the ball a little bit. But now, I think they found the groove that they needed to find to be able to keep going. Because last year, they made it to the playoffs again. They did get knocked out in the second round. But this year just felt different. Like, that was the first loss they had when Spurs did win that game. And that was a close call too. That was like, we could have went into overtime, and I figured that the Spurs had to win, but I knew the Knicks weren't going to let them win anymore after that. Like it was a done deal. But
Right.
how do you feel? Oh, Spurs are the Falcons of the NBA blowing lead. You know what? I ain't gonna hold you because the Spurs definitely was feeling themselves the last two games and like doing like big leads and going like this, and it was like, yeah, but see, you're starting too early, and now you're feeling yourselves. Because I remember even Victor was sitting here like saying, "Oh, I don't hear y'all. Y'all ain't saying nothing. What happened? What's going on?" And I was like, you young, because you didn't watch what they did. You won one game, and they still caught up to you, and you only won by, I think, 3 points? Not even, nothing crazy. I mean, a win is a win, but you didn't even win by that much. So to still be talking smack, and for them to come back, especially game 4, them to come back from 29 points down in the last 8 minutes, it's crazy work.
It really was incredible. I mean, as someone who doesn't normally watch basketball, it was really exciting. Like, we talk about this. Like, how do you get someone into something they don't tend to like, right? Like, you got to give them something. Like, the same way we feel like if you're going to get someone into wrestling, you got to position, you got to strategically place them in front of whatever you want them to see that you think will catch their attention. And so I thought you did a great job of that conversation. Because to me, if it's fast paced, if it's interesting, like, I'm going to react. I'm going to be awake. Because, I'm normally always working, but I was really watching and like asking questions and getting really invested to the point where I was like, oh, the next game is such and such. So I need to be ready to watch it. And I thought that it was easy to follow, where sometimes, even though the guy said field goal like 75 times and I didn't know what that meant. And so I had to be like, is this basketball or is it football? And then I had to Google it and found out that is also how a team making a basket when they have the ball. Who knew? Anyway, I learned a thing. So it was really fun. And I will say, like, I don't know if I can commit to doing this again, but maybe I might. Like, I maybe will. My husband's going to hate you because now I'm going to be away from him watching basketball.
Well, he used to watch it with us too then. I don't join the fun. Like sport.
That's what I said. I said, well, you could join and watch football and basketball with us. And I don't know. Maybe I need a friend to watch
basketball, because right now the New York Liberty is going against Las Vegas Aces, and Asia Wilson is someone to watch. She's amazing.
Is she?
Yeah. See, look at that. I already hit you up with somebody else. Yeah, man. Because the Liberty won last year. They won the women's. Was it last year? Hold on, wait. No, they won 2 years ago.
Okay.
The Acers won last year. Yep, because they got their rings this year. Yep, I remember, because then they got them an extra little ring that when they pull it out, it's a different ring. So they had they presented them with so it was 2 rings in one. So you pull it and then you pull the other ring out, and then I was like, oh, fancy. But that was new because they didn't do that before. What? I'm just saying. So this one. So now okay, you know what? Maybe, guys, you can help me because I'm going to look it up. But maybe you can help me because now I'm kind of confused. Because normally they have their finals. Oh, wait, maybe. Okay. Is this Commissioner's Cup crown thing, is this like the NBA when they started doing the whatever they was doing before the playoffs, whatever that championship was, to get people to be excited about the game? I forgot what it's called. Is that the same thing? That's what this is now? Because I'm going, wait, because I was like, I said, they're about to have a final, and it's not time for them to have a final. Their finals are not until like, I felt like July, August, maybe September. Maybe y'all can help me in the chat. Let me inform me about the women's basketball league, because I've been trying to. I used to bet on them, so I'm trying to get myself back into it. But all I know is them again going up against each other. So it's exciting.
Exciting. Okay, well, you know what time it is, because now it's time to talk wrestling. So clearly, the streets had a lot to say. So let's get it.
Yo. Shh, quiet now. Leaning close. The streets are talking loud and clear. Wrestling whispers in your ear. Rumors flying, news is popping. The ropes are tight, no one's stopping. The streets are talking, yeah. You better listen. Main event, mama's dropping all the wisdom.
Not it stopping.
Thank you, Candace. I appreciate you, because I was like, I know it was something. So thank you.
Don't worry. I gotta get to the streets start talking. I just switched the screen. Here we go. Well, a lot to cover today. So you know where we're gonna start with? Danhausen. Yes. And always yes, because they have really leaned in here to how he cursed and uncursed people. I mean, we really followed the whole cursing situation. It was in the mainstream media, along with his other shenanigans that happens on SmackDown. But so the WWE seems like they're going to be capitalizing on this even more, because you know they love money. So here we go. So WWE filed 2 separate trademarks for his phrase "human monies" across merch, clothing, and books. This follows his storyline where he cursed the Knicks early in the playoffs before being properly compensated in human monies to reverse it, sparking their legendary championship run.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think about this kind of an interesting Danhausen caught fire situation? How are we feeling?
Oh, hopefully, with them trademarking this is also him getting money.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's about monies.
And to be fair, I wish Danhausen trademarked it himself, just like he trademarked his paint, his face paint. He trademarked that. So I wish he.
Well, he started on the Indies, so that's why he was on the Indies first. So
yeah, but see, I'm like, you need to make sure I get 50%. You get 50, I get 50. And when I leave, I take this with me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, Sush needs to be his agent.
I'm just saying.
Need to be his agent. I'm just saying, because clearly, you know. Listen, I'm Kevin. What do you think? I mean, you've gotten introduced to Danhausen. How are you feeling?
I have not a Danhausen fan, I'll be honest, but I'm sorry. You know, hey, it's okay. But I do. Listen, I'm entitled. Listen, we can have opposite opinions. It's okay.
No one's judging you. It's fine. It's fine.
He's interesting. He's an interesting character, but I am glad that he is getting some recognition, I guess, for his character. He's an interesting. He may get merch money, but not WWE will own the right. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's how they always do.
I think it's pretty cool. All in all, not my favorite guy, but you know, I'll let y'all have it.
I mean, I love it. It reminds me of the Rocky Horror Show, Rocky something. I can't think of the name right now. But even like, you know, that kind of like over the top horror shows, like the Addams Family, like stuff like that. Like I love that kind of stuff. They'll know my deep love for these things. So I think he grew on me, because initially I was very much like, what in the, but I also think it was how they introduced him. I didn't get it. But these behind the scenes segments are gold. Like watching him with The Miz and the Miz saying every catchphrase from before I started watching again. I was really in stitches. And then I can't wait to see what happens to Kit Wilson. Like, is he just going to keep saying toxic over and over? And I have no idea. We'll find out this week on SmackDown, I'm sure. But like, I am truly enjoying that. And he's good in the ring, which I was very surprised about because it tends to be when you're gimmicky like that, you're just trash sometimes. But no, he's very, very good. And I wasn't sure he was going to fit in to WWE because I saw how he was doing it in AEW. But I think he fits right in. Like sometimes it's a situation where people just fit in certain places and don't fit in others. And I felt like he takes the cake there. Absolutely takes the cake there. So I love what Danhausen's doing. All right. Some interesting news out of TNA. And I know we talked about this last time because y'all.
Wait, you didn't talk about Rhea?
Wait, what? No, I'm not done.
Oh,
no,
okay.
There's more.
It's because how you had the ticker thingy up first initially. It was like Rhea injury and then Dowson.
Sorry. Oh, no. It literally is a whole ticker of, it's a lot of stories. Don't worry. We got, I want to talk about Tommy Dreamer and TNA. Okay. So I don't know if y'all caught up on this because, I heard about this. So y'all know I used to watch Busted Open like religiously. I used to listen. I was a huge fan of that show. And it's one of the reasons that inspired this show in a lot of ways because I was like, y'all, I do not know what y'all talking about. And I'm going to get to that in just a minute because, there is something I wanted to address there. But so Tommy Dreamer exited TNA. They released a press release to let people know that, they no longer are working with him. He was the lead creative person there. He announced his departure live on Busted Open, getting their ratings up 100%. And not just him. They said Tessa Blanchard had also moved on, but I think she said she requested her release. So there's that. But there's basically a whole mix-up happening. It's like a shake-up happening in TNA right now. So love to talk about that a little bit. One, because Tommy Dreamer seemed to be like the heart of that organization for a while. Like, he was like, if you were listening to Busted Open, he was very much like always talking about it, always bringing up like interesting stories, always calling attention to TNA. And I'm noticing a shift in the last few months and even longer back. Like, they seem to be losing a lot of talent and a lot of influential people behind the scenes. And it's making me wonder, like, what is going on over there? Because there's definitely something afoot. And I know organizations go through things where people come and they go or whatever, but not in this kind of wave. So I'm kind of curious, like, what do you think? Do you think it's signaling something? Do you think it's just part of the course? What do you think?
I mean, something clearly must have happened because or they could be restructuring.
They are restructuring.
And maybe
they said they called it a workforce reduction, like they do.
I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't get corny.
I mean, I feel like TNA is in a bit of a struggle bus for me right now. Like, I have a hard time just watching that by itself. But we also have Slammiversary coming up, so we'll see how things are going. But I also think one of my complaints right now is that there's been so much reliance on NXT that there's huge holes in their canvas that they need to fill. And I wonder, hopefully, like you said, it'll be a good turn, but we'll see. All right, so more WWE and White House drama. So, I didn't watch the UFC Freedom 250 event.
I didn't either, but I sure saw who was there, and then it's like, why? Anyway.
I mean, it's a job for a lot of people. Yeah. It's a job for a lot of people. And then also there's not. We know some of these people were very vocal about their support for that person. And so, including someone we love very much, deeply. And so I feel like they're looking into ways to conduct another live event from the White House South Lawn. So it's not over. It'll probably happen again.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. If WWE Does a Raw, SmackDown, or whatever from that long, I ain't watching it. Don't ask me to watch it. I ain't gonna watch it. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna know what's happening. I ain't gonna know nothing because, yeah, absolutely not.
You don't want to undo it. I get it. I mean, to me, I really feel like wrestling and politics need to be separate. Just kind of like how I feel about church and state. Like, I'm gonna need some things to not be involved because you're ruining my enjoyment of the world we live in, the fantasy world that you've created, by bringing in too much realism, in my opinion. And I know that, you know, we've gone through times in history where that's a thing, but based on the things that are happening right now, as an adult, I don't really want that. I just need there to be separation. Like, whatever you do with your private life, whoever you support is your business. I just don't want to, I'm not watching it either. So you wouldn't even hear me complain. I wouldn't do it either. Because I just think there's way too many other things we need to be focused on than WWE messing with the White House. There's other focuses that need to be there. Another thing to find out about TNA, interesting enough, them in Ohio Valley Wrestling are reportedly close to finalizing an agreement to position OVW as the official developmental brand for TNA Wrestling.
Nice.
So maybe they have something in the works. Like, I'm wondering if this shift is maybe like their own like pivot away from WWE. Because right now TNA looks like a WWE like developmental system. Like, anyone that they don't want ends up in TNA and then like gradually works their way back over. And I'm like, I need them to remember their competitors and rivals. That's what I need them to remember, because I feel like that'll push them to do better work than whatever's happening right now. I need you to remember that, you know, y'all are two separate companies and you have two separate bottom lines, unless you're not. I mean, you know, maybe there's something going on we don't know about, but I need that. But that is exciting, especially because OVW, you know, they had the pedigree of like the John Cena's and the Usos and Roman. Like, they all started in that developmental before, you know, WWE created NXT. So I think it's actually a really good position for TNA to be in. As I've been saying, they need a pipeline. So hopefully this actually helps them do that. And it helps them grow initially. So thoughts on that?
I have a question.
Go.
Do you think that there could be some type of acquisition happening with TNA and WWE?
Maybe. So I didn't think that WWE wanted to officially buy TNA. I think because of the way that AAA is going, they're doing a really good job keeping it separate. Like, even though we have people who go back and forth, it's its own thing. It's also its own moneymaker, right? So when you look at TNA, I feel like its product is too close to WWE in order for it to be like a WWE brand. Then it would feel like it would be like a third, like a SmackDown or a NXT. It'd be almost a fourth show. And I'm like, I wouldn't want that.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like competition breeds better wrestling product for us fans. So I don't want you to own it. I don't want you to have a piece of it. I mean, it's entirely possible you do that, but please don't let us know. Okay? Kindly. Keep that to yourself, because I don't want it. I don't need it. And I really want them to be building their own thing. Exactly. That's a good point Candace just made too, because at the end of the day, they need a developmental system, because there's a lot of talk that, you know, Santana is on his way to WWE. Leon, I told y'all I wanted him. They wanted him bad. They just been waiting for his contract. By the way, we talked about this, I think, last time. Santana's contract is up in the summer. Leon's contract is going to be up pretty soon. They keep taking the top stars, and what does TNA have? So, just saying, they need to be building their own feeder system. So in a way, I'm kind of happy they're doing that in the long run. All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to tell y'all this story or not. Nah, I don't want to tell you that story. Let's talk about Michin.
Wait, no.
You want me to tell you the other story?
Yeah, why are you not telling us the story?
Because it's not really okay. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then you're going to understand why I don't want to talk about it. All right. So the next story is, Janelle Grant reopened the NDA conversation because she launched a series of Instagram posts directly addressing the situation. So keeping in mind, like, a lot of these hearings have like been missing in some ways, or we're going to talk about that in a minute, Candace. That's a good point you just made. We haven't been really hearing much about it. And it feels like there's a lot of delays happening, likely due to some relationship, maybe not, with, the situation we were just discussing. Let y'all put two and two together there. So there hasn't been a lot of focus on that. And so I'm wondering if this is her way to kind of fight back against that. But at the same time, it's not a lot of new information, right? Like, I just feel like it's the same information. And I hope, like, whatever needs to be done gets done, that she does get her day in court to be able to say what she said and how she felt and what she dealt with, and and hopefully it's a fair situation. But that's why I didn't really want to talk about it, because at the end of the day, there's not really much to talk about except that she put out a pair of Instagram posts, or several Instagram posts, and y'all can look that up for yourself, because I did not pop that up. That's all. Now can we talk about Meech? Who I love. I just want to tell you that. But this is a very serious story for Meech. So she was on Stephanie's podcast, and she got into a deeply personal story about how she was a victim of domestic violence. And she talked about, her experience, and is using her platform to really shine some light on that, because a lot of people think, as a woman wrestler, you can, you wrestle men, so why would that happen to you, and things like that. So I thought it was a very powerful conversation, and certainly one I think needs to be had. And I was actually really proud that it was brought out on Stephanie's show. There was some other lighthearted conversation, obviously. Like, they talked a little bit about Biggie. They talked about her sister and how her family was trying to get her sister to date Shelton Benjamin, her sister. That didn't work quite well, And so, now she's getting married to Biggie, and that's amazing. But beyond that, I just thought it was a very powerful story, and I thought it was a wonderful way to, like, talk about the situation, talk about how you gained and triumphed from that situation, and also to just bring some attention to the fact that people often act like that's not possible.
Did she
say who was with? No.
Did she say she's still married?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she's still married or not. She said this happened when she was at Shimmer, so I don't know timing wise, but yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I don't know if she's still married. It's another wrestling promotion for women.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yeah. All right, and then lastly, we can talk about Rhea, because I know you've been waiting on this.
Okay.
I'm so annoyed at this story. WWE Creative is reportedly scrambling to rewrite the women's division plans for the summer, considering that Rhea got hurt. She has a knee injury that she is dealing with that happened during the European tour. And so now we got a big vacuum. We got a huge space wide open. But my biggest problem is I don't feel like that should ever be a thing. Like, you should always have your pipeline ready and going, so like how to pull levers. But I mean, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Like, who do you think could take advantage of that?
Well, they need to have a story. I'm trying to find the words where it's not like. The problem I have with WWE is that they put everything into one person. And then when that one person, something happens to that one person, now they're scrambling and they don't have anything. And like you said, they should have always a plan B, C, and D ready to go. But the problem is, even when they have plan A, they don't never know what they're doing with plan A. So they can never have plan C, B, D, E, F, G. in the storyline.
Fair.
And I feel like that's a problem because we shouldn't be asking all these different things. I mean, that's true. They didn't know how to pivot with Liv, but it's like they just don't know. Or even like when Naomi left, Bianca left. Where's Stephanie?
Oh, they're having visa issues. Now I didn't put that in there either. But they're having visa issues, which is why we think that Stephanie, Ilian Dragunov, and one more person is missing. Joe Hendry.
You know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I haven't seen Joe either, but you know. But that's a problem. You should have been had that pipe down. Hello, y'all are friends with the White House, so y'all should have made sure all your stars are there. If Nicki Minaj can have whatever this golden ticket is to be able to make sure that any person of her family, because I don't want to be specific, any person of her family is safe in the United States of America, why can't y'all? Especially since you were at an event. I don't understand. Why can't you make sure your talent is safe?
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I'm just saying, like, they should never have been an issue with any visa. Like, none. Like, I thought that was the whole purpose. And on top of that, your mother-in-law is in the...
Take a breath. Take a moment.
It just gets so frustrating because it's like, what is the purpose of this relationship if you ain't going to use it to your benefit of your thing? Let me explain. Like, not saying I would ever be friends with this man. Okay? But if somehow I do, I am going to milk it all the way down to the gristle. Okay? To the gristle, where there is nothing left to milk out of it. Like, if I gotta dip it back in some gravy to make it, I'm going to do so. So then I can have everything I need and secure it and have it written on the dotted line. So even when you leave, I got proof that this is what it is. And everybody's safe. If your wife can be safe, so can my people. I'm just saying. Don't understand. I think I went off topic, but I just don't understand because this is what the problem is. Because it's why you don't have great writers to be able to write stories out last minute to be able to produce quality. Because there's so many other players that could be in this running. Because all you're going to probably do is now give it to Charlotte. Then we're going to have Charlotte have it for a while. And you ain't going to know what to do with it. We ain't gonna know where to go. We ain't gonna know nothing. Are you gonna break up her and Alexa? Is Alexa gonna go after it? Or is now Jade gonna keep going after it, knowing that you ain't gonna give it to Jade? Then it becomes a whole other issue. Then you got you're not doing the things you should be doing. Because you know who should be also going after these tag team titles? Men shouldn't be fat. They get back. They should be going after. Like, something should be happening. We shouldn't be having Logan Paul telling my Javon Evans that you part of the division because y'all crumbling. All right, let me stop because I can go on. I have a lot.
Yeah. So what I would like to know, to the question, who do you think should take that spot on Raw? Who do you think should take that spot? And I want y'all to chime in too in the chat. Like, y'all can tell us too. I think Candace had a point there talking about we don't know what's going on with Liv. Liv been sitting here doing nothing. We already had this long discussion about King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring and why Liv is even in the tournament because it don't make sense. When you got all these people, it just is confusing. It's all get out. And she's still in the tournament. No, she's still in the tournament. All her Judgment Day folks are gone, and she's happy as a clam. It better result in a big blow up, okay? Because I'm done with the Judgment Day, so I need him. I don't want to say buried, but kinda. I just need them gone. I don't know why we still have this faction. Let's move on. Let's build some new factions. And I'm saying that looking at Bloodline behind me too. But I'm saying, like, at this point, no more Judgment Day. Like, so I think who replaces her on Raw? I think, do we finally give Bailey that push? Do we bring Natty back from NXT? Do we get to the low-key legend for real, for real? Do we do anything with Maxine, who just is, I guess, following around after Austin Theory at this time? Like, I feel like we have options. Where's Ivy? Ain't seen her in a while. I know she's bodybuilding, but you know what I'm saying? Like, who could fit in that spot, realistically? Do you make Roxanne into that star? Because that girl is very, very good. So I'm like, I feel like they have options, but I don't know why they're not writing for all of these people. The Judgment Day is like almost an afterthought at this point. So it kind of needs to blow up so that you can free these people. Free them from this Judgment Day situation. Okay? I need Raquel to go off and do things and start drama with somebody. Maybe we move somebody from SmackDown and put them there, because remember, they had put Rhea on SmackDown because we clearly don't have any brand lines. We just go back and forth with our shenanigans. So, like, who do we put in that spot on Raw, though? Like, who do you put in that spot if we don't have Rhea? And we obviously don't have Bianca or, Naomi. So, like, who do you put in that spot?
Raquel.
Do you think she's ready for that spot, realistically?
I think they're holding her back.
The Judgment Day?
Like Raquel, yeah, but I also feel like Raquel has been ready. Because one time when she was by herself, she was very dominant.
She was.
So, I mean, like we said, they need to just go ahead and have them turn on Liv. Because, I'm not quite sure. Don't get me wrong, Liv is very talented, and I've watched her from Riot Squad and where she was and how her developmental has changed and her character work has changed, and she's really confident in what she does. So I'm not trying to discredit her in that way. But at some point, we as fans get tired of watching the same people get pushed.
I agree.
Now, that's what ended up happening too with the Bloodline, right? We were all excited. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I love me some Roman. I love me some Usos. But at one point, it was also fatigue of constantly seeing that he's winning the same way.
That's what the fatigue was.
You can't win by yourself, and that's why I
see. It wasn't this one now. See, this wasn't what bothered me. Wasn't he couldn't win by himself? It was the exact same ending all the time. So it's like you either gonna have somebody in the black hoodie. They're absolutely going to interrupt. And it's the same thing. So that's what tired me more than even anything else, was seeing the same exact thing. I feel like that's lazy writing. Like, why do the same exact thing every time? There was no other way he could win. You couldn't get creative here. Like, there was no other way. Like, I need this person to go over. I need this person to be here. But this is where, it makes no sense to me. That's what bothered me there. Are we talking about replacing Rhea? I guess you could put Io over there. Or maybe finally push Chelsea. You know what? I like the idea of Chelsea. Io is being pushed, though. And I feel like Io always is kind of pushed. So that's where I'm like, I don't know about Io. But I do like the idea of Chelsea. Because they got her as a tagger on to Tiffany for no reason. When I feel like she's a bigger star than Tiffany right now.
Yes, but it also feels like they're repeating stories. And this is what gets frustrating, because you're repeating the story. So I feel like with Chelsea and Tiffany, it's like Nia and Tiffany. The only difference is Chelsea doesn't have the Money in the Bank briefcase.
They pushed that to October, but I would really like Chelsea to have the Money in the Bank.
No, but what I'm saying is they're rerunning that same storyline.
Yeah.
But so this is where it's like, get more creative. Like, if we can sit here and do so many things with AI and add our spins on it and give them our ideas and our thoughts, and I get it. There are people out here that are against AI and really want to think about really, being proud of their work and writing it. Then you need to come up with something else. Go watch a movie. Go talk to people. Go like just like how y'all scout these comments or scout these videos and see who's posting y'all clips and who's like actually listening to what people are saying to try to get an idea of, what we could do something like this. You know how excited it would be to hear someone actually, especially for us, all the ideas we've put out there, to actually take an idea and put it in there, and you'd be like, well.
So, I think I love this. I think they should do a contest. That's what I think they should do, since they are struggling on the struggle bus. I feel like they should do a contest where you submit your story ideas. And you and they pick it. Now, they don't have to tell you who it is. They can tell us who it is on Unreal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can announce the winner on Unreal because then all the story is over, right? But if you did that, can you imagine them not telling you, but then your story is on TV and you're like, oh my God. And that's how you find out you're the winner. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding? That is a really good idea, I feel like. I feel like no one knows wrestling like wrestling fans. And so we know what we want to see. And I feel like it's a great opportunity to tap into your audience and to build that relationship with your audience. Because respectfully, WWE and we starting to feel real far away from what's going on the day-to-day screen. I want to answer Ryan real quick. So Ryan, Stephanie, we think she's having visa issues. I just addressed this not too long ago. She might, I don't know if she's ready to return from her injury, but they're having visa issues. And so we think it's impacted Stephanie, Ilya Dragunov, and Joe Hendry. So that's where we think they are right now. They probably at home waiting for their visas to be approved. But no, I think they should. If they did a contest, I feel like that would build some equity. Again, things that they need. And then maybe we get a new idea. Or more importantly, go back to the past. Like, not the distant, not the current past, like the distant past. Like, let's go back to the 70s, the 80s, and look through those kind of storylines and see if there's like something from there, like they do in telenovelas. Like they be making telenovelas from 1932 or something. I'm like, really? But the truth is, who knows what it was? None of us were there. So I'm just saying, I think that might be worth a shot to see if we can mix some things up, especially with the different kind of characters we have now. Like, I feel like that would be a really useful strategy for them, for sure. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's talk SmackDown. Thank y'all for wrapping up the Streets Are Talking. And let's talk SmackDown because, I'm so excited about this King of the Ring situation. Can I tell you, I want to talk about Jay's promos, okay? That man said, y'all gonna leave him alone, okay? He said he gonna be King of the Ring. And the more I think about it, the more I like it, okay? Like, at first, I was like, this ain't gonna work. But this energy, his promo energy that he's bringing, I'm really starting to feel like something here. Because he cut this promo where he was talking about Javon, because we know that's coming up. His match with Javon is coming up. And he talked about Oba in his promo. And it was fantastic. And I was like, you know what, Jay? I'm trying to see it. Now, I don't know how you're going to beat Oba. I don't even know how you're going to beat Javon right now. But I'm really impressed in general. Like, I am so excited to see what's going to happen this week because I really love, how I love tournaments. So I'm really excited to see like what's going to go on. But I thought the match with him and LA Knight and Finn Balor and Royce Keys was very good. It was hard to see Finn Balor return to SmackDown though and not win. Like, that was hard for me, is to see him like come off this like triumphant, like I'm back, his promo, and then to lose. So I also feel like that's where the booking is a little strange. LA Knight, I don't mind him losing as much because he got a lot of beef going on. He got some PTSD from the Bloodline the first time. And so he's having his own kind of like rebirth in a lot of ways and how he's approaching like Adam and things like that. But Finn broke my heart a little bit. I do like that Jay pinned LA Knight. And then he proceeded to talk about it on Monday Night Raw. So, I mean, I don't know. And I still don't know what they're doing with Royce Keys. I feel like that storyline is very interesting because now Solo's in the back trying to get back up. And we all know Solo is a crappy leader. Like, I don't know if y'all paid attention to this and why no one's figured this out yet, but he is like one of the worst leaders of a faction ever. I think he's like one of the worst, period. Like, I don't know. His factions have failed twice. Okay? Twice. Bloodline 2.0, MFT. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, I feel like the writing's on the wall there. You don't want him to be King of the Ring. You would prefer Finn or Royce. I could see that, Candace. Like I said, I don't think Royce would have been a good King of the Ring. And I'm still on the fence about... I don't know that I like good guys being King of the Ring because I feel like the best Kings of the Ring are heels, right? Like, they lord their power over other people. Like, remember King Corbin? That junk was delicious. That man was a pain. Okay? He was a pain. But not just him. Like, I feel like if you're King of the Ring, you really get to, like, have your way and make everyone bow at your feet. And I thought that I would prefer it to be someone who is not a good guy. Unfortunately, we ain't got a lot of options available. But I don't think it's going to be Oba either, because I think him and Brock aren't finished.
I wish it were Oba, honestly, though. I think that makes a lot more sense. Obviously, for the sake of the bloodline, obviously that, they want it to be Jay. But I feel like Oba, with his ruler energy, just makes way more sense to be King of the Ring to me. But I do get what you're saying in regards to Brock and him. They still have to settle their differences. It's 1-1 right now. So
right.
somebody's got to break that tie. But Oba makes sense to me.
You know what? You're not wrong, Candace. You're not wrong. I think you're absolutely right here. You're right. They have to put us in a position to care about them, and they don't. I think, to be fair, when I said that Solo's group failed, I think this is a largely, again, not necessarily a him problem, more a booking problem. I'm just saying, in storyline purposes, 2 groups have failed. So I don't know that I would follow him anywhere. I wouldn't even follow him down the street. Like, no. I would not let him be my leader. I would have picked anyone else. I'd be like, hey, Tomatonga, what you doing? Like, no, I would not do that. But I think you're right. In terms of storyline, they did not build up either one of those factions in a way that we would care about them and that we would feel some kind of way. And even that Bloodline, like 2.0 situation, it just dried up. It was almost like an extra, when you finish a movie and they make a sequel and you're like, God, I wish they didn't do that. That's what it felt like. It felt like we could have just put it to bed for a little while. And I think seeing the rebirth of it with Jacob and Roman and Usos and his new perspective is a nice like touch because you're getting it, but you're not getting it the same way. But yeah, I agree with you. And Roman makes us care about everyone. That's the other thing. I think he has the power to make us care about all the people. Like, we already cared about Jacob because, Jacob is Jacob. But he turned, if you watch the way they told that story, we fell in love with Jay in a way that we never had before. I wish we fell a little bit more in love with Jemmy. I'm still waiting for that piece of the puzzle to kind of come through. But that's what I think about that. The Queen of the Ring tournament. Now, this is where I got some beef with Busted Open about this. Because, girl, let me tell y'all. You know who shouldn't be talking about wigs? Menfolk. Okay? That's who should not be talking about wigs. Okay? So, yes, I've seen 400 clips of Jade's wig coming off, and So, like, I'm gonna keep telling y'all it's not a big deal. Of all the things that could happen, I mean, at least her shirt was still on, her pants were still on. Like, I mean, like, amen to that. Like the wig, it was. I think for women, it's just embarrassing in general because we're like, dang, that's crazy that happened. But it's certainly not something you need to replay 75 times. And if you are a man giving some commentary on this, I'm gonna need you to sit down somewhere because nobody asked you. Like nobody asked you. But also, sidebar, Charlotte, you probably shouldn't have grabbed her wig. Just saying. Like, you probably shouldn't have grabbed her wig. Love that. We really are moms. That really is life right here. It's really life right now. You're on mute.
She knew better than to grab her wig. I said it's a whole situation over here, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Definitely not. But she definitely knew better. Come on, we got to do better, ladies. We got to do better.
You know what I'm saying? We got to have that conversation before we get out to the ring. You know what I'm saying? We got to be like, hold up. Don't pull the wig, though. You got to touch the shoulder. I'm going to give you options, but it won't be the wig. But Tanisha, she said something actually funny while we were watching. She's like, that's a glue problem. I was like, is it? Like, you know who I want to talk to? And I want y'all help out there because I'm going to put this in a clip too. Find me. I want to interview somebody who makes these wigs for wrestlers. I want to know the process of like how you get it to stick on your head through all of that. Because, some of us are wig connoisseurs. We are, we do wigs, we do weaves, we do it all. I'm saying if you're a Black woman in this day and age, you have done it all. Some of y'all haven't, and bless you, but some of us have. So I want to interview somebody who has experience making these kind of wigs and that lasts through all of these actions. Because it can't be a cheap wig. You know what I'm saying? Got to be a good one. And Sasha's wigs are fire. Not Sasha, Mercedes. I'm sorry. Mercedes wigs are fire. So I'm just saying, where I'm at right now, I would like to interview somebody about that because I want to know what that process is like. I'm very curious. But beyond that, I thought that was probably Jade's best match, period. Like, she was very, very good. That being said, I do have a little criticism of this match, too. As we were watching it, I don't know if it was the chemistry or maybe some of the choreography. It definitely didn't flow the way the men's flowed. And I was trying to understand where that happened. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know if you can make it one person or not. I'm gonna put this up here. Y'all out there, can y'all tell me Mercedes wig maker? Because I need to reach out to her. I got questions. I want to know. I want to have her on the show. I want to talk about this because y'all are gonna enlighten me to how this can be done. Anyway. So yeah, I'm there was something off, and I think you noticed it too, right, Kevin? Like, I was like, it's weird. There's something that happened during that match.
I definitely did. We commented about it several times during that match. It definitely looked choreographed, a little slow, a little like, what are we doing? We're talking our way through this. Definitely didn't flow very well, in my opinion. So there's something to be said about that and how they maneuver that versus the men's.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really thought, I was like, maybe whoever produced it, there was just something that was missing, or maybe something happened to throw them off. But this is why I think it's important to keep doing those live events and stuff like that, because you have a way to keep going and kind of flowing and hoping it works out. So, that's. Okay, so it wasn't just us. Thank you, Candace, because I thought I was like, I feel bad because, this is one of my favorite things. I love me a woman's wrestling match, but I don't know. Do you think, was it Soul? I don't know if it was Soul. I wonder, at some point, I wondered if it was Jade at some points. I would say Lyra was pretty solid, though. She seemed pretty solid. So I didn't think she had too many issues. And then sometimes it looked like Charlotte. Like, I was like, did y'all not discuss this? Yeah, like somebody's not in the right spot. And even that spot on the top rope where I think it was Jade was supposed to, I don't think it was a suplex, but it was almost like a tower. You know, it was like, but it turned into this weird thing. And I was like, what just happened? Because it was like, I need to get up here. Because Lyra jumped on her shoulders. It was weird. I don't know. I think it was Charlotte. Was it Charlotte? And then Lyra and then Jade? And Jade was at the bottom? It was a weird spot. Yeah, Jade was at the bottom. So it was a very weird situation. But other than that, I want to ask you this question. Did that make you want more of Jade and Charlotte? Or did it, because I know we talked about that previously, about wanting more between Jade and Charlotte. Did that like make that seem interesting for you, or did it kind of turn you off from that potentially? Okay. You back, Tanisha?
Yeah.
So I said,
you asking me this question, or I thought you was talking.
Well, yeah, I'm just asking in general.
Do I feel a way that her weight came off?
No. So what I was saying is, we talked a little bit about that, but I said that I was really excited about seeing Jade and Charlotte together. But after seeing that match with Charlotte, Soul, Lyra, and Jade, it seemed a little off. Like either the chemistry was off or something was off. And I was like, did that make you want to see another match with them? Or did it kind of turn you off from what we talked about previously of like, I'm really excited to see this matchup?
I mean, I think it was something different. Would I say I'm completely turned off by it? No. But I want to see it again right now in a second.
No.
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 No. But I also feel like they're trying to gear up for Charlotte and Jade to go after each other.
I don't know if I want it now. Like, I don't know if I want it now. Just even looking at like what I saw, it's like they didn't have the chemistry I was hoping. I thought they would have a lot of chemistry based on like their interaction. But seeing that, it didn't. It threw me. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm excited about this. But then I wonder if they can redeem it if they did. Yeah, you might be right, Candace. Maybe it was the fact that it was just a fatal four-way, and they do tend to get real messy because there's 4 people to try to manage that. That's fair. I can see that. That makes sense. So, did you enjoy seeing the AAA Cruiserweight Championship defended on SmackDown? That's the first time it had ever been done.
I think I like the fact that, we're getting the crossover. So that's good. And I would love to see more of it. So, I guess so, yeah, because they do it on NXT. So why can't we bring it to the main roster? And I think that's something I said about. I think that's something I said about before. Bring it to the main roster. Can you imagine at the time when Ethan and Chelsea had the mixed tag team championships and they brought it to the main roster? Oh, you know how many tag teams we could have had?
I want them to bring Les Toxicus over. Can they fight with Fatal Influence? Like, I want to see something. Like, I'm trying to see something. Can we bring them up and let them like fight with Toxic Attraction? Toxic Influence. Sorry, you got me saying the wrong ones. That's what I want to see. I want to see like more of that. And I thought Axiom and Ray Phoenix did an amazing job. That was an excellent match. Like, heart-stoppingly amazing. So now I kind of want to wrap up SmackDown. What do you think about this Cody Rhodes and Gunther situation and the Sammy connection? Sweet Jesus.
I'm glad they're getting this. I'm glad they're settling the score. I do think they cheated my boy Gunther. Even though I
Your
am
boy Gunther?
hey,
I know when that happened, you were so cool. What was this?
listen,
What was that? What
I
happened?
didn't say I was against him. I didn't
Not
say I was
Gunther.
against him. I do feel like he needs to get his lick back, you know.
Whatever.
You can't cheat the man. I'm just saying.
Yes, you can. It's Gunther. Cheat him all day.
Okay.
Give me that Cody Rhodes villain origin story. Cheat him and tell him it happens to everyone.
You knew it wasn't going down like that.
Nope, I do. I get you. I like the idea that like Gunther was like, yeah, I picked Sammy to be the referee. Hold up. That's about to be a hot mess. Like, I'm actually kind of excited about it now. I don't know if I was excited about it before because I told you Gunther and Cody was okay. Wasn't my favorite thing. But even seeing like the shenanigans that because Sammy's already teetering. Like, you just push him off the heel bust. You know what I'm saying? Just push him off the heel cliff and let him dive down. Because I think I keep saying this. I don't know if Cody's excellent as a champion as much as he's great chasing it. And so a part of me is like, I don't know if I want him to be champion. But if Sammy makes Gunther champion, then that's some shenanigans. And then Sammy and Cody can get into a serious feud. Which is crazy work. So I feel like that's it. And beyond that, Trick, oh my God. Trick and Carmelo and Ricky Saints, so good. Such a good moment for sure. Wow.
I missed that one.
Okay. Well, let's talk Monday Night Raw.
Sure, it was probably great because we've been.
It was really good.
We've been waiting.
No,
for
it was good. It was good. It was. It was good.
I was like, should I say who was present for that? Right. We watched it together. So
well, in my defense, I think that Friday I had either I was doing PTA stuff or it was the event for my kids, you know. So, you know, it was
not at 8 o'clock at night. Oh, we watched it. We watched it later though. No, we watched it later. We did not watch it at 2 o'clock, in fact. So false news. We watched it at 8 o'clock. So, ma'am, you just were not available. That's not what happened.
Yeah, I probably was doing something with the PTA.
Pretty sure you were not. Let that go. Let that go. Yeah, I was. It's cool.
We were wrapping up the PTA of the school year. So whatever that meant.
Anyhow, let's talk Raw. Anyway, hopefully she'll watch this week and then she can comment because she's looking real confused over there. All right, let's talk.
I was also confused when I already knew I don't really care about Cody because I'm like, okay.
You don't care about Sammy being the special guest referee? Like, come on. Wow. The shenanigans that are about to happen, like, listen, come on.
It's about to be good. I'm waiting on it.
Thank you. Somebody excited. You can't be out here alone. Good God. All right, so let's talk about this Bloodline kickoff to Monday Night Raw. And I'm sorry, y'all, I did not do my typical recap because it's been rough 2 weeks. But, you know, I'm going to try to get back on that this week. But I think that, like, Roman coming out, formally welcoming Jacob, like, that was a big deal. He acknowledged Jimmy, he acknowledged Jay, but he gave the ooh la fa la la, as we like to say, to Jacob. How did you feel about that? Because I felt like we were having moments as we were watching that. Like, wait a minute.
Well, first,
it's making me concerned.
Did we see Jacob?
Yes, we did.
Jacob.
It's looking great. It's looking great. All of them were looking great, really. I mean, it was very distracting. It was very distracting. That being said.
I mean, I definitely felt like, one, I like the fact that they announced that it still was a bloodline.
Okay.
But also Roman explaining what the bloodline really is.
Okay.
I think I like that. To pretty much incorporate the bloodline has always been in WWE, and this is why. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
To then present Jacob with the fa la 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 la.
Yep.
And it was a special color too. It was like a
was.
gold brown something, you know. And I ain't gonna hold you. I know Jay is a little jealous because he's trying to understand. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, pause. Now you telling him that he don't need to listen to us, and you gave him a fa la 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 la, and we've been the ones by your side, and we don't get a fa la 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 la, or me. I mean, he's gonna crash out hard. Like, he's already been crashing out, but he's about to crash out real hard. And I'm gonna say rightfully so. You deserve to crash out because
you deserve a fa la la la.
I mean, did we not remember all the stuff that Roman put him through to beat him into submission?
Yes, we did, and that's why I tried to warn Jacob that I didn't want to see that again. Yes.
Right, but I mean, he got 2 butt whoopings and then he fell in line. Because even he goes, I acknowledge you, Roman, but them? Mm-mm.
You know, he reminded me of that person, like that kid you got at home who is just the most literal kid ever. Like, you're like, you know, reminds me of my son a little bit, where you're like, hey, they only say yes or no. Like, it's never like the gray part of it all. Like, that means you fall in line with everybody. He's like, no. The contract said I fell in line with my tribal chief, not you.
On paragraph 5, line 6. Right here, it's highlighted, as you can see. I was to acknowledge you and do your bidding.
That's right.
No one else is in this contract that said that. They didn't say no.
Apparently not. Apparently no one else is in the contract.
Nobody else's order but yours.
And I thought Jay had a point there. Because he said, like, listen, you were supposed to tell him to listen to us. You remember that? He said, because when you not here, we in charge. And Roman was like, yeah, next. Like, he just kind of skipped over that. So I'm saying, I don't know. Roman can be a fantastic gaslighter. I mean, it is one of his special skills, I feel. As it just didn't, you know, it didn't go accordingly exactly. I keep hearing this part. Are we going to repeat the original Bloodline story? I don't think so.
No, I think that's why that's why I think he's leading with telling us the
Bloodline's always been here.
Right. Pretty much bring that in. And trying to say that they're equals. But clearly in that moment we realized they really weren't equals.
Is it the story that ultimate power corrupts, as it always does? And like, he keeps giving power. Roman has his favorite always. It was Jay at first, because he beat him into submission. So then Jay became his, you know, right hand. So if he beats Jacob into submission, does Jacob become his right hand? What happens with Jimmy and Jay? So I think that's kind of fair. It's a fair question as to what's going on. But I hope we don't exactly repeat the storyline.
No, I don't think we're going to, but I definitely can appreciate the fact that Roman realized he actually has more control over Jacob that is being led on. Because if we remember, when Jacob decided to attack that poor actor.
Eric, whatever his name is.
Yep. Decided to attack him all because he touched his la 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 la.
No one told him to do that.
No. And then when Roman's like, no, don't do that. Stop that right now. Don't do it. And he's watching him listen to him. And then he's like, oh, you listen? Well, you know what? End him. Do it. Let's see how you do it. And then it's like,
I mean, he deserved that. Don't touch the fa la la la.
You know, but even backstage, he whispering some sweet nothings into his ear as of what he wants him to do next.
Sweet nothings? Or is that what you were hoping for? You were hoping? What? What? Sweet nothings. Oh, you know what? We don't know what he was saying, to be fair. So I guess it could be sweet nothings. Not what I would have suggested.
It was how they did the thing. He was like, well, wait, I got one more thing I need you to do. And then he went. And Jacob's like, oh, and I'm like, so what he wanted to tell you to do? The cameraman is so close, but we can't hear? Come on. That makes no sense.
I would just like to know, when did Roman send out applications to be his assistant or his whatever? Because it feels like that was a missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there was any kind of applications out there except that, young man who apparently was getting yelled at. And I was like, hold up. I don't remember that job opening. And if so, someone should allow other people to apply for it. I mean, I'm not saying I would apply for it. I'm saying other people should have had the opportunity to get yelled at on camera, because I guarantee you, if a woman had that position, she would already have what he wanted already. And he would have been like, it was just, you ain't got to open your mouth. It's right here. So just saying, he might got adequate and better support had he opened that job opening to more opportunities. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, he was having fun out there, Candace. I ain't gonna lie. Eric Andre. Yep, see, we didn't know who that was. Eric Andre had a great time getting beat up by Jada. But to be fair, he deserved it, because you're not supposed to touch the wrestlers. So,
Very true.
I feel like that was a lesson to be learned. That's where I'm at. Mm-hmm.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Keep all hands inside the ride. I don't know what's wrong with you. Y'all need to learn that lesson. All right. So, beyond that, let's talk about LA Knight coming out later. And his shenanigans. LA Knight really sincerely needs to get him a therapist. Like, I feel like I know people. I can help you, because he's spending way too much time dwelling in the past. You know what I'm saying? He's not even trying to let nothing happen. He is so triggered by just the existence of them together in one place. The word bloodline, that like nothing else matters. It's like he goes red when he hears it. And it caused his downfall this week because he couldn't control his temper. Reminds me of Beauty and Beast a little bit. Like, you need a little therapy. I'm just so sorry. Maybe he needs to be medicated, because the way that he is so triggered by Roman and them, like, and then Jimmy thought he was going to go have a conversation. Like, what was you going to say, my guy? How were you going to fix that? There was nothing you could do. There was nothing you could do. And then Jay coming out like, I got it. Only for Jacob to come out. Like, that's probably what he whispered in his ear. Is, I'm sure you can handle it because they can't. And then for Jacob to look at both of them and say, huh. Like, that was embarrassing. I'm not going to hold you. Now I think poor LA Knight. Is it poor LA Knight, Candace? Or is it like, he needs some therapy? I think it's time to do some inner work.
Or maybe it's just a person who thought that his friendship was happening, and he's watching his friends go back down the rabbit hole of the bloodline-ness, and he's like, we were just together fighting off the other nonsense of these people, and here you guys go back.
You mean break off? That makes sense. So it's like, technically it's like the never ending story, because we had the bloodline, we had the 2.0, we had the MFTs. Okay, now I get it. Now I can understand what you're saying here, because he was there through all of that, and he did get beat up a lot of times. So okay, but even more so, get you some therapy, get you a backup team. You need support, man. People need people. We keep saying that and mean it.
I feel like he thought they were his people, and now they're not going to be his people anymore, and he's having a hard time letting go.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, he is having a hard time letting go. Even JoJo agreed. JoJo's like, yes, I co-sign, Auntie.
I'm muting on purpose.
We know. All right, let's talk the Queen of the Ring semifinals a little bit. So Raquel and Io, how do we feel about that match? Was anybody surprised that Io Sky won? Because I was.
I thought Raquel really had the chance to win. I feel like she should have won. I feel like it should have been Liv versus Raquel, in my opinion, for that.
Yes, ma'am. In fact. Because I feel like that is another way to end the Judgment Day. So if it's Raquel and like Liv, and say somebody takes out Raquel, so now we get EO anyway, and then we find out that Roxanne or somebody or Liv attacked her in the back, and that's what had happened, and that's why she didn't make it out, and she was wearing a mask or whatever, or maybe Dom does it. Either way,
that's played out too, because everybody's trying to rip off Naomi and Jade's story and Bianca's.
It wasn't just a story; it's happened a million times.
I know, but I'm gonna stick to my story and I'm standing beside it, okay?
We know how
it's like, what did I say? She just be holding on to the story. Maybe we need to get her some therapy so she can let that go. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe we need to call. I got a referral. Okay, I got you. My therapist is excellent.
You and LA Knight got a lot in common right now.
Y'all do. Her, Melanie, LA Knight. Like, I'm starting to think Tanisha sees herself in a lot of people. I feel like we just on one. Good God, what's happening? What's crazy work? So anyway, I was surprised. I just did not see EO winning that match, and I agree. I would have preferred it be Raquel, because I do think she's done a lot of the work. And I also think like that further cements the Judgment Day's like implosion. And I want to be excited about that. Anytime now. Tick. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, tomorrow, Monday, any moment now, I'll be ready. So yeah. What do you think about Chad Gable and Rusev? Because Chad is on his Mia Copa tour. My bad. I truly respect every luchador ever. My bad. Even though I really feel like the other Grande Americano just really killed it. There was no way he was gonna get that back anyway. But like, poor Chad. And then who stuck up for Chad when Rusev and Ethan and his shenanigans, assaulted him? Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, who, by the way, needs a push all by himself. Because if y'all not watching Dragon Lee and what he's doing in AAA, you are missing something special. Because that man is incredible. Thank you, Candace. We can all mourn together. Like anytime. We ready. Because I'm ready. Anytime. Yesterday. Tomorrow. Monday. Preferably.
An hour ago.
Please. You could do it tomorrow. You could do it, today. Just
Raquel and Roxanne team up to go against Liv.
To attack Liv. That's what I'm expecting. Anyway, Roxanne seems like she's teeter-tattering on that anyway. Because, the way that Liv was talking to her, I was like, I would smack her. Like, that's not funny. She's like, 'cause me. And then she went in there to talk to Danhausen, and then she gave up because he said, human monies, please. I don't take currency in whatever this is. You can take that elsewhere. I'm gonna need human monies. And then he said he's not gonna do it anyway. It was really fun. That's what I'm saying. How could you not love him? He is hysterical. It was just so funny. Like, poor Liv is like, I can't win, I'm leaving. And he's just like, oh well. Not today. All right, so quickly let's get into... Can I tell you how sick I am of this vision that shouldn't be a vision that should have also disbanded? Because I didn't ask Logan Paul to come back. Almost like I'm sick of Braun Breaker and his spear. Like, I want him to wrestle more. He did more wrestling with Seth than I think I've ever seen. And I watched him at NXT. Like, I don't want to see that spear anymore. And I think maybe now, like, that I'm older and I've watched all these wrestlers who did the spear have neck problems and shoulder problems and all of that. And now I'm sensitive to that. So now I'm all like, Nikki did that. She had issues with her neck. And then, like, anyone who does daggone spear, I'd be thinking the same thing when Roman do it and when Jay do it. I'd be like, I don't know if y'all should be doing this because y'all was on a struggle bus the last couple times. So I just feel like I'm over it. And he run like he on a football field. So the impact has got to be insane. It has got to be insane. So all that to say, I'm over the Vision as well. So them and the Judgment Day, they could be in a box next to each other, buried 6 feet under. Not the people, the gimmick.
So please clarify.
I did. The gimmick, not the people. Don't worry, JoJo. Auntie's not doing that. She's not wishing evil on nobody. I just wanted them, the gimmick, to be buried. So yeah. So beyond that, I mean, lastly, let's talk Obafemi and Dominic Mysterio. How did you feel about that one?
Well, I knew he was gonna win. I was gonna be mad if he didn't. I'm like, why? There's no need for Dominic Mysterio to be. But then again, once I now see who's going up against each other, maybe Dominic should have won because I'm afraid that Jay is going to get squashed like a bug.
Not a bug.
Jay or Javon, they're going to get squashed like a bug.
That just stressed me out. I hadn't even thought about it that way. Just stressed me out. I don't like it. But anyway, the next match is Javon and
right, that's what I said.
Jay anyway, so that's why you think it's one of
That's why I said one of them is going to get squashed like a bug.
You're right. You know what? Yes, I told you. Heels make the best king of the ring, and Dom is an option. Or he would have been. Except that he lost. Can he get another chance? Like, I just feel like we need, I just need another opportunity for him. I need a heel to get the king of the ring. It's not fun. It's not fun with a good guy.
But that's the thing. Technically, Oba is a heel. He's just the heel we love. That's it. Just like Seth is the heel we love. Yeah. Just like Roman is the heel we love.
Okay, fine.
Just think about it. If we're gonna think about, because we all like to watch Marvel movies, we like to, and there's always a villain that we like, and we be looking forward to watch them in the movie.
I told you that is our daddy issues at play. I have been real clear about why we like villains. Okay, I know. Y'all can watch previous episodes, but I'm telling you, there's a reason that we like villains.
But I'm saying, Oba is a good villain to have the king of the, like, come on, he told Dom, I'm going to be your daddy. Okay,
that was funny. I mean, that was also kind of hot, but it was funny.
And he was talking smack as he was walking to the ring. He goes, I'm about to be your daddy. You ready? Here we go. Ooh. Like, he was still talking that smack like, you about to meet daddy. How about it? What we about to do? What you gonna do? Nothing.
Call Jesus, I guess, because you about to meet him. I mean, I don't know. It was really amazing.
Like, JD was like, oh, I'm like, JD, what you think you about to do? Like, you ain't about to do nothing. Like, he about to squash you like a bug. The first time, the second time, when you like, ooh, I should have probably hit you with that. Yeah, like, what you thought was gonna happen? Like, yeah.
I feel you, Candace. Just make him king of the ring. He's king of the luchadors. I mean, is Dom losing his luster to you a little bit the longer he's in this Judgment Day situation? I think he is a king when he goes to AAA, but I think also, I think part of that is when he had the title, he was having great matches, but they stopped him defending, right? So, again, the booking is the problem, not Dom. But I'm wondering if the way that the story is telling, they cooled him off too soon, and now it's kind of like,
I mean, yeah, but if we're going to talk about this other thing too, and I know you're going to get into it, but let's just talk about it. Like, after Oba beat Dom, he called out Brock.
I told you.
And still said, I beat you. And I was like, you know what, that's bold because he beat you too, but I get it.
It is.
And he was telling him straight to his face, like, come. Like, come here. Let me put you back down. Because I'm still the conqueror. I still conquered you.
I'm still
And
the
next I'm
ruler.
about to be, I'm still the ruler. And I'm still going to be the ruler, the king of the crown, crown, whatever the thing is called, is going to come to the rightfully owner. And I'm going to take you down. Like, so yeah. So to go with your theory, he is the heel because he called out Brock. And I thought they were done. But if not, it's okay. I'll take it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap up with NXT. Though I do want to say that seeing the Street Profits come back together was momentous, and I am so ready for them to take the title. Bye bye, Vision. Yeah, that's right. Bye Vision. Okay. Like, yeah, only got one hand available right now, but yeah, like, just bye. I'm done with Vision. Logan Paul didn't even need to come back for nothing. Like, it just leave him, please and thank you.
First off, I don't like how they did that, okay? I think they've been hanging out with too many random people because it was like, not to make this a race thing, but it definitely seemed a little perturbed.
What was
I'm gonna go there for a second because I ain't like how he was talking. I ain't like how he was talking to him. And y'all heard how I was talking to y'all. I ain't like how he was talking to him. Talk about excuse me? Respectfully and unrespectfully, who do you think you talk to? Like, I mean, I'm very happy Javon put them in their place as quickly. But I didn't like, why did that have to be a thing? Especially with him being injured. He was talking a lot of smack knowing that he could not get hit.
I mean,
and I still would have hit him.
Yes.
I would have hit him right inside his head. Pop. And then you would have fell and be like, I'm sorry, you fell in your arm, whatever. But, it feels like they are touching on certain things where it'd be like, as someone who watches it and who is of color, and it's just like, some of it is in distaste. And it's like, why? Like, there's other ways you guys could have probably got around there and did certain things, they're pretty much like, nah. And it was like,
fair. I see it. I see you. I hear you. I mean, I don't know. I was just excited to see Dawkins back. I do think you got to go eat dinner. All right, Candace.
Candace.
I do feel like I enjoyed seeing Dawkins come back. I definitely enjoyed. There's some magic happening in Natty's dungeon. Okay. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe we're just being more aware of it, but the people who are coming out of that dungeon are something to behold. They are so much better. And I'm going to get into this in just a second, actually. But seeing Dawkins and, I mean, Montez was always really good, and Dawkins was good too, but just seeing how much they've grown even, because, it's been a while since we've seen them. Other people need to be hitting that dungeon, is all I'm saying. I want to see everybody in that dungeon because I don't know what kind of magic is being sprinkled over there, but I'm trying to see. And a good point of that is talking about this Natty and Jada match, because let me tell you something. That was Jada's best match, period. She looked like she learned a lot of technical skills. It was a lot of wrestling on the ground. It was submissions. It was complex type holds. I was like, okay, I see you've been in that dungeon with Natty. And it shows. It really did show. Now, do I think she should have lost that match? No. I don't understand this.
That I'm not happy about. I don't understand. Because she did hit her with some certain. I was like, ooh, okay. Like how she had her in that submission hold, and I was like, ooh, her shoulder about to pop out. That looks a little crazy.
It did. It did.
Seeing the shoulder. I was like, But to have her lose, I don't think this is giving the push that Jada needs, because already Jada, especially the promo that you have, she's already downing herself. So why are we doing this? Why are we letting Natty beat her? Just create more doubt?
Maybe she needs to get to ground zero, or maybe they need to, like, she needs to. Sorry. I've been waiting for that one. Maybe she feels like she needs to get to, like, whatever that bottom level is that she hasn't gotten. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't get why. Is this like going to introduce a new character? Is it her going through a transformation? Because maybe I could be down with that. But otherwise, I don't get it. And I'm like, are we building her into something that we just haven't seen yet? Are we kicking up into a new character, a new dimension, a new level? Then I could be okay with her losing. But otherwise, I don't understand it. You know who I think needs to leave NXT as soon as possible? Kalani Jordan. I think she's done everything there is to do at NXT. So now it feels like she's stagnant there. Even though I am enjoying her work with Lola, but I'm still saying, like, is she there just to win the NXT women's title? Like, other than that, I think she's reached wherever she needs to go. So it's time to move her.
I mean, the same thing can be said about Jada.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't think so is, like, I think Jada, we're getting into, we've seen this other level of her character. So we saw her be the bad girl. We're seeing her doubt herself. My thing is, like, how far is this doubt going to go is my question. Like, that's the only part that I'm a little lost on is, like, are we adding a new dimension that I don't understand yet? Maybe. But Kalani, she has been good. She has been bad. She has gone to TNA. Like, what more does she need to do there? Like, there's other things that need to be focused. And I think it's also, when you look at the other people coming up, you have Layla Diggs, who is impressive as all get out.
She's really good.
She is impressive. And I love her little, her little song, her little outfit to the ring. I love that. You have Ariana being, like, polished. You have Izzy being polished. I still don't know what's going on with Thea. I don't get it. And Corey said something I want to bring to your attention when I was watching NXT. Corey said, I don't think she knows who she is. And I was like, nope, she doesn't. And neither do I. Because when she was trying to drink that energy drink, I was very confused. I was like, is this buzzed, Thea? Does she need? Thea is the person who don't need no caffeine whatsoever. Zero. She need decaf all day, every day. Because that's just kind of energy she brings. So her character, she's one of those people that I feel like it's time to grow that level of characters now. So in there, the Lolas, the Kalanis, it's time for them to move up. Now, I don't know where they're going. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't know where they're going. They're going to hold you because the women's division needs some work. But them staying there is just leaving them kind of stagnant. So maybe we do need that fourth brand. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Maybe we do. Where are we going? Where are we going? All right.
I do want to say ni hao. Thank you for joining us. There's somebody in there who said ni hao.
Ni hao. Oh, hi.
And happy long boat festival to you as well.
Ooh, nice. Well, guys, it has been a long show. And, we have more to talk about. I'm sure I got some AEW to get into. But as much as I love y'all, it is 2 minutes to midnight. And I really need to figure out what happened on Love Island. So
it's already past midnight. I'm not sure what you...
I'm sorry. I was looking at something that's wrong. Sorry. That's not the wrong time. It's 12:25. I'm sorry. I was looking above and it said 2 hours. I meant 2 minutes to 2 hours. But either way, that tells you I am, in fact, tired. We've had a good time with y'all today. Y'all know that. It's been a great time. Go ahead. Time out.
Just wanted to sit here and say, because we finally got someone commented on TikTok.
Okay.
So I
want
to say their... So Michael St. Gregory said, I think a show that is women exclusive and mixes all three brands would be awesome. Just to go with.
I love that idea. I think you're absolutely right. I think Evolution does well, but it's like an annual thing, and we don't even know if it's annual this year.
Because it should have happened already, I think. Mm-hmm.
Should it? It happened it would have happened already, I think. But you never know. They move dates around all the time, so it's hard to say. They move dates around. It's hard to say. But I will say that I do love that idea. Because I wonder how I would try it and see what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, let's like turn main event or something into a woman only show and see what happens. But you actually need to tell the rest of the stories. You can't just put matches on that have no stories. And then one other thing I want to mention, I got a beef with every single wrestling promotion right now. I'm about to tell you why. Next weekend is about to suck. We have 4 events to watch, y'all.
Ooh.
We have Night of Champions on the 27th. And we have 3 shows on the 28th. We have AEW's Forbidden Door. We have TNA's Slammiversary. We have the Great American Bash as well.
Oh.
Yeah. You know which one's free?
None of the above.
None.
Great American Bash, actually. False.
Really?
That was a trick question. The Great American Bash is free. It's on free TV. I saw it on my. I wrote it down because I couldn't believe it was all the same day. I was like, "What are you doing?"
It's about to be fun.
It's about to be crazy.
Michael said, "Yes, I'm gonna be burnt out."
You too? I'm gonna need help. And in fact, I don't know how Sunday's supposed to work because I'm definitely supposed to be taking somebody to a birthday thing. So like, and I'm the one with a lot of the subscriptions. So, don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, to me, it sounds like something's not gonna get watched until tomorrow or to the next day.
Yes, at least 1, maybe 2. And I'm the one with the subscription, so I don't know how we're gonna do that because I can't do it on the go. So, it's gonna be really strange, and I'm gonna need more than my fair share of caffeine. I don't. That's insane.
Yeah.
Why did y'all all pick the 28th? Have you lost your mind? It felt real disrespectful. I'm sorry. I had to just tell you that. I'm sorry. All right. Now with that.
All right. Yes.
It's been fun. We've had a great time chatting today. We want to remind you that we are, in fact, a podcast. And you can listen to us. And where can you listen to us, Tanisha?
You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Podcasts, and YouTube Music.
That's right. You can also visit our website, maineventmamaspodcast.com, where you get access to all of our content, videos. You can listen, you can watch, you can read. I mean, it really has all the things. You can buy merch. I mean, it is a hub of all things Main Event Mamas. And you should also subscribe to our channels. You can subscribe to TikTok. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Threads, on Twitch, on X. And you can follow us individually, except for Kevlin, who is in witness protection. And where can I do that, Tanisha?
Well, you can follow me, Tanisha, at Tanisha_MamaPod on Instagram and TikTok. You can follow Kiara at KiaraMamaPod, no space, no underscore, as she says everywhere. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads.
That's it.
Yeah. And then on X, you can follow her as Content Vixen. Yeah.
You can follow us or visit our squad, actually. So we have 2 communities that you can be a part of. You can join us on Patreon, where we do exclusive newsletters. You get exclusive clips. Wait till you see the clip I got to give y'all. It was hilarious because during our previous episode where we went into Summer Flings, we had a lot of shenanigans going on behind the scenes. You get sneak peeks. That's your hub for all things Main Event Mama sneak peeks. And then beyond that, you can join our squad on Facebook where we talk all things wrestling anytime, any place. You want to ask us a question? Here you go. Pop it in that chat. Happy to answer you and do and did. So there you go. And they're both free, or you can support us on Patreon if you just feel in your spirit that you want to give. You can. That's where you can support us. So, with that, we want to say we're not new to this.
We're so true to this. And this was Main Event Mama's Midnight Confessions. See y'all later. Good night.
Bye.